All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 19th hole. This is Duffers review. 19th hole. We are in the house today. We got a couple of good topics. Tiger is always on the prowl. You know I bring up Tiger at least once every episode we bring this to. We've got Reno Duffer in the house joining us today as we get ready to talk about a few subjects, which I think are going to be great. I love to get secondary point of views. This one's going to be really interesting to see what these guys have to say. With that, let's bring him in the house. He is ready to go. He is on the patio, going deep. There it is, finishing off. Is it that Topo Chico?
Oh, yeah, brother. Yeah.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers, baby.
Cheers. All right, welcome back. How's your week going, man?
Busy as always. Yeah, trying to get out to the office a little bit more, do some filming, and the sun's coming out, starting to heat up. Going to get up into the 80s next week, so it's time to go.
It's time to go now. It means if it's 70s, that's when you really should be out there playing.
Yeah, I love the heat.
That's the best. I put 70 degrees is you put me that in that slot all the time. I'll golf all day, every day, everywhere. Love that. It's like the perfect temperature. You get warmed up. You're not sweating buckets. You actually feel your drinks.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. The problem out here is, it'll be 30 in the morning, and then slowly get up to 70, and then drop right back out. So,
out here is in Arizona too. Like it started this morning. I'm starting right around the. I think it's like 54. I think it was this morning, which I think is tolerable. I can go out in that and not need, full on cold gear because I know within every 5 to 10 minutes it's going up a degree. It's starting to climb. So, hey, I got some good subjects for you today. Last week, man, we went deep. I don't know if you got a chance to see it. Derek popped in for a hot minute, and we went deep on where we left off. Sorry, I'm not looking directly at the camera here. I'm trying to pull this note up for you. On the Tiger, Charlie Woods, Miles Riley, do they have it? Do they have the capabilities to put it on their shoulders? As a fast recap, it was just this kind of one of those like, all right, let's see what it has. And it brought up, which the first kind of subject I'm going to go deep on today is U.S. Open. So, Charlie and this Miles kid are trying to qualify. Now, that's like two 15-year-olds trying to go out for the U.S. Open. What's your view on that?
Man, coming up under a father like Tiger, there's no way some of the stress and pressure mitigation hasn't rubbed off. I'm sure he's had lots of talks with him, but I think it takes a lot of time to develop your skill to be top competitor like that. May not be ready yet, but that doesn't mean never.
No, I agree with that statement. That last statement there, I agree with that 100%. I mean, you got to start somewhere, right? And why not? If U.S. Open is available to me and you. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that. It's the U.S. Open. Anyone can throw their hat in the ring to go and attempt. What made it unique in the last conversation was, I think he's ready to go, go try and qualify, whatever. I think he's got enough skill set. He beat me golfing, right? He's got enough skill set to go, and play. I don't think he's ready for the pressure. And it's twofold. Media is going to put on top of him.
Yeah.
And then Tiger media is going to put on top of him.
Yeah.
And people that I think really need to understand this that's two dramatically different levels of pressure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
Talk about being a child star, and you see what happens to them sometimes with all the pressure and expectation, for
and
them.
that's
That's
and
all
that
just compounded on top of their newly found success. It's awfully difficult to navigate through all that, especially at a young age.
and this is what I think the what the PGA needs as far as a story, right? So this Miles Reed kid, that's the other one who's trying to go for it. He beat Tiger's record, youngest whatever, to play on the Corn Ferry Tour or something like this, and shoot like something like crazy under, like 15 under or something. And what's unique, it wasn't until he actually broke that record that his name was said. No one knew him. I don't know who the kid was, whatever. We all know who Charlie is,
Yeah.
right? Charlie hasn't won anything, and we already know who Charlie is. Charlie's already played on a national stage, PNC Championship, right? You know what I'm saying? Like it's such an indifferent battle of the ages that we're going to watch. What's funny to me is Scotty Scheffler, was it Needy Nedley or whatever? What is her name? The LPGA superstar right now.
Do 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 do.
Nelly Corden. Sorry, Nelly Corden. And again, she's on a hell of a tear, right? I mean, right now she's first, 12 under, right? She's through two rounds. She's 12 under, the day. So this is, and just running away with it, right? She's just running away with the tour right now. And it's nice. We're hearing it. Scotty's kind of doing the same thing. He's won, last 5 out of the 6.
Yeah.
But there's no excitement, right? There's no excitement. No one's really talking about the tour. Everyone keeps on talking about the next major, right? Because everyone's still grasping on to the Tiger story. Tiger was doing the social media circuit this week for his Sunday Red. He was on
Yeah.
Jimmy Fallon, and it was unique of him talking about his brand, his new brand. But he was on, I think it was the Daily Show with Carson Daly, and he went deeper. So apparently, which I just learned this on that interview, was him and Carson go way back. They used to play golf together in high school and stuff like this, and they've been playing golf together forever. So it's really, really neat to see, two different people in as Sean's where they're at in life, and they're just like, yeah, I know Tiger. But his logo is based on his 15 championships. There's 15 stripes, that make up his tiger on his Tiger logo. And he's like, oh, my goal is to, disrupt the logo. I want to, I want a 16th. I want to constantly have to change this logo and be, antic. So I heard this, and I know he believes it. And I know back 2018, there was a lot of naysayers and everything like that before he then turned around and make a run at 2019's Master Championship, right?
Right.
However, after 2019, the amount of surgeries and stuff and everything it entailed, are you still a naysayer? Are you are you? It's like, where do you fall on the Tiger sale? Of, yeah, you still got one more round of matching his title.
I love the guy, but I think it's towards the end. I myself have a bunch of injuries, and it's hard to come back and be in his age and having some of the things he's been through. I think it's over, man, and I think it's okay. He's branching out into other things, to double down his money in other ways, so it can keep floating him. The Sunday Red brand is pretty cool looking. I don't know though. Have you been on the website for?
I did. We picked it apart last week. completely overpriced.
Oh man,
I
I couldn't
think
even find a red shirt.
here's and here's hey, congrats, major success. He sold out as soon as he
Yeah,
launched it.
yeah,
Prices are ridiculous.
absolutely.
I know whoever I see in a a Sunday red shirt, I'm making them buy the first round of drinks.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a luxury brand. Yeah, for sure.
oh, here's where it's funny you say that those words. It's a luxury brand.
Yep.
Um, I think it's a crash. I don't agree. I think it is a cash grab at this point.
Well, Louis
I
Vuitton is also just a Louis Vuitton. It's some leather and
I, I
a
don't
special print.
disagree.
Yeah.
I here's the thing though. I just had this conversation about you pay for what you get. You brought up Louis Vuitton. Now, did you know Louis Vuitton has lifetime warranty on all their products?
Um, no, I don't buy that
So,
shit.
well, okay, which is fair enough. So, I was lucky enough that through my lifetime, I was gifted a Louis Vuitton wallet. I had at one point in time. It got like it was leather. It got crackled, dry, and I was like, all right, well, this sucks. It'd be such an expensive wallet and like that. But then my actor told me, hey, that's a lifetime warranty. We'll just walk into the Louis Vuitton store. I walked in and said, hey, I'm having an issue with my wallet. They're like, oh, what brand is that? Actually, we have one in store. Turn around and hand it to me. No issue, no problem. And I was
Wow.
like, fuck me. Wow, totally. That changed my mindset of, okay, there's a little bit more value to that price tag.
Sure.
Tiger. Now here's the thing: is I love it. I'm be more excited about hitting like Nordstrom Rack and finding a random TW shirt on a rack. Right, that's going to be more entertaining at this point in life to me than trying to find a Sunday red, just
Right.
because it's a rarity item now.
Yeah.
27 years for the brand. Had he worked with Nike or something and did the jump man split like Michael did, like
Right.
and wanted to run, I think there would have been a little bit more fanfare and love to it. At this stage in his career, I feel like he is an ambassador of the game, a very successful
Oh,
ambassador
yeah.
to the
He's synonymous with
game.
golf.
And it sucks because the whole we would love to see him win it. I would love to see him win it. Absolutely would love to see him win it. Always be a fan of it. However, I think some of the moves and stuff that are going around it, I don't think he's putting in the work. And that's a statement of me. I don't know Tiger Woods' camp. I'm just looking at what Tiger Wood is doing around his camp. And to put this as an example, Tiger Wood is out, checking out this new Trout National we're working on with Mike Trout golf course. So he's in his designs. He's working on his golf course designs, and stuff. What I find unique here is I can't tell if these are Nikes or not. He's rocking as far as shoes. He's got his Sunday red on. He's wearing Tiger. He's wearing his brand. Um, but looking at this set from a long shot, I can't tell if that's actually Nikes or not. But I'm
Yeah.
excited to see the that he's back into the course design. He's working on that. What happened to catch my eye, which I wasn't aware that they already are broadcasting. I don't know if you have seen this. Um, have you seen this yet?
Not at all. What is that?
So this is going to be our transition. This was I think is great. So
Oh man. Ooh, this is exciting. I'm feeling
so
tingled.
right. So this is actually unique. This is Tiger and Rory's response to live golf.
Oh man.
Um,
Here we go. I knew the door was going to open and I was wondering how and who was going to step through it. It might as well be them, man. I mean,
so
dude.
watch this clip.
Reno. Oh, Reno. No. Oh man. Awesome. Oh wow. Hey.
So,
January. Guess
and
who's
the only
here?
reason it got pushed back, the only reason it got pushed back is because they had a windstorm, whatever the stadium they were building for it,
Yeah.
imploded or whatever, so they had to start all over. So it got pushed back. But here's what's unique about that. Notice it said it's being broadcast on ESPN.
Yeah.
Live can't get on TV. So to me, as much as they wanted to let Live Golf go out there and be creative, do their thing, happen things, dude, they can't.
Fridge.
They can't. Are you in a sad space there, Nick? Do we need to give you a hug?
No, he's without alcohol, so he's gonna go grab a little drink out of the fridge.
I was saying, looking all sad and battered over there. Somebody kicked his puppy.
Yeah, we worked him today.
TGL, it's already got a spot on ESPN. Live Golf is already in the what? We're in the third year, and they can't get on live TV. Yep. They can't get on any station. That is how well PGA has got them locked out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, like, hey, fine, you want to go create your league, whatever. You want over in the Saudi, whatever, they'll put you on TV there. You could only see it on, I think it's Google or whatever, or something like that, online. If you're going to choose to watch it off of their website. Other than that, unless you're there live, you're not seeing Live Golf, right? And even ESPN is very, very scarce at showing highlights of them. So this is very unique to see that TGL has already got a spot on ESPN. They've already got a team and everything, stuff structured and going. Here's a. It's funny, back to it. All the hats I wanted were sold out. Pete Brown. Let's see here. Come on, Tiger, you have enough money, lower the prices. Couldn't agree more. 100% couldn't agree more. Brown, you're 100% spot on that one right there, buddy. I think this is going to be like, if you notice the players, and I'm going to pull this back just so we can talk about it for a second here. All right, so here we go. PGA is one of those top players. Okay. Here's a decent lineup. When's the last time Lucas Glover ever won anything?
Right? Oh, shit.
All right. Billy Horschel, he's a great guy to have around to kind of like pay the tab, but that's it. All right. So there's Atlanta's team, right? Then you got Boston Common Golf, Rory, Adam Scott, right? And Keegan Bradley with a fourth player to be determined, right? This right here, I actually think is a very solid team.
That's right. Okay.
None of them have actually won shit in a while, but combined, pretty strong team.
Thank you. Really?
Now, I think this team is funny as hell. I think Tiger will be. It's kind of like player coach, right? I think TGL is going to launch, and you're going to see Tiger up in the booth trying to be a commentator or whatever, and he's going to send his three other guys out to play. Tom Kim, Max Homa, Kevin Kisner.
Well-rounded.
This was Florida Jupiter Links team, whatever. And here's what's even funnier is if you go out and actually I started researching this a little bit deeper. All of them have commercials. They've already launched commercials for each one of these teams, right? Ricky did a what is TGL component. Someone's at your front door.
Hey, someone's at your front door.
I know. I'm live right now. But this is a unique team, right? I mean, I hope Tiger plays. I really do. But I think that as you see the lineup, it's three 3 versus 3, then it's 1-on-1. So it's the Los Angeles Golf Club, Bigala, Morikawa, Fleetwood, Rose. I think another team that has got it's a pretty good fantasy lineup.
Hell yeah.
This team, I think, is going to be the most laughed at team. The New York Golf Club, Fitzpatrick, Fowler, Schauffele, and Young. I don't even know how
I don't know, man. Schauffele's
They're hitters, though.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: is Schauffele's good. You're right, but as you could tell, no one person is going to be able to carry the team, right? I think this is going to be the goofy, laughed at team. I think this is just they're just. It's almost like each last one of these guys should have been placed on. One of them should have been placed on every other team.
Yeah.
Still think that Fowler can come back from
The Bay.
The Bay Club is Ludwig Aberg, Wyndham Clark, Minwoo Lee, and
Shane Lowry.
Well,
Clark will hold that one together.
His
back will be hurting after a while.
This is another one of those that I think they're hoping on the Aberg and Lee getting a hell of a lot better in a short amount of time. 3-3, like you've never seen before in prime time. So unique. Here's what is funny about it. There you got the Juniper Golf Club. Here it is. Let's pop this out real quick.
No sound. Wonder what kind of music they put to that.
Are you not hearing the audio?
No.
All right, let's try this again.
Let's talk golf. TGL Golf.
Oh, there we go.
Round 3 Primetime Golf League on ESPN. 6 teams from 6 cities, made up of the top players on the PGA Tour, will play in 2-hour weekly matches, culminating in playoffs and a championship. There are 2 sessions. The first, triples, a 9-hole 3 versus 3 alternate shot. The second, 6 holes
What's up, Z?
head-to-head. Each hole is worth 1 point. If tied at the end and overtime,
Hi there.
set in a first-of-its-kind venue, the players head into a massive screen, 20 times the size of a normal simulator screen, 35 yards out. The short game will be played in an area larger than 4 basketball courts. The second use green with to create hole-to-hole variations. TGL is also bringing to golf a shot clock, a ref, a timeout to ice the golfer, a hammer to raise the stakes, and the players are all mic'd up to get you in on the action.
No way.
Presented by SoFi on ESPN.
So
You know what? I think that's cool. I think that's going to bring a whole new element to the game of golf.
I don't disagree. I think it is definitely the response to live golf. I, however, think does it overpower?
I think I already know what you're going to say. Yeah, it takes away from the element of golf itself, right? Like you're saying, like it's kind of taken away from the game, just the game of golf, and kind of turning it into this like fun
Top golf,
kind of a off.
We're creating professional top golf games.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
In all sincerity, I think it will definitely bring a new audience. I will say that. But I also think it will damage the current audience because there's there's no story. You know what I'm saying? Like, like there's no story. Where's the story? Like, where's the culmination of the battle? Where's the who's gonna make a run at it? You know, when you got Nelly Corda and Scotty Scheffler just running away with tournaments. There's no story. There's no who's gonna take them down. They're just absolutely in robot mode. Go ahead.
I agree with you. However, I think that what it's going to do ultimately is create a little bit of a mix up. I don't think it'll necessarily take away from like the base audience of golf, because these people are still going to watch, all the majors, all the tournaments that are happening throughout the entire season. And then in the midst of that, you're pulling in a whole new kind of, essentially like maybe a younger crowd, which, let's be honest, like for the last, since Tiger came in the picture, and then everything after Tiger, has brought in, just sucked in like this whole new era of golfers. And then, golf went from this like plaid pants and a nice shirt to kind of the ultimate, like, hang out with the bros, drink some beers, kind of escape. I don't want to say party, but kind of party sport where, you're spending half the day with your favorite people, going out and playing golf and goofing off and having fun, which, let's be real, that's kind of what we do here on the show. But I agree with you. I think that there's two completely different. Hey, there's two completely different elements to what we're looking at, in terms of like, you're looking at one side that is golf. It's just golf. And people who appreciate golf are going to stick with golf. Then you've got people who like golf for all those crazy elements that are going to be like, oh, this is something new and could be fun. Players are going to be mic'd up, and they're, got this huge screen and blah, 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 blah. Like, because like, let's be real, like when they have like the, what's it called? What's it called every year? It's escaping my mind, where they have a couple guys, like the one they did with like Koepka and DeChambeau out in Vegas. The I'm talking about. They're mic'd up and they have like a challenge. The challenge.
Oh, the match.
Yeah, or the match. Yeah, the match. So it's it's kind of bringing the match-like element to a fun, goofy, lighthearted situation that's still competitive. So there's two factors, but I agree with you. Like, part of it takes away from the actual, like, let's focus on golf, and then the other half of it is, well, this could be a fun new answer to live. I don't know.
I think you're, I think you're spot on. It's tough because it is an alternate. It is PGA responding. I think it's Tiger even kind of responding, going, all right, not bad. Here's an opportunity. And these guys put together something that allows them to come back and actually do that.
Right.
So I see what you're saying. I mean, it's kind of one of those. I mean, think of it this way. Look at it. Here's a perfect example. We all had ranges. We often go to the range. We've been going to the range for centuries, right?
Right.
Top Golf came out, created a video game version of a range.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, the plankton of the Top Golf world, right? You opened up boutiques, X Golf, 5-iron. Like all of a sudden, all these little mini boutiques just blew up. The office, everything was blown up, right? You have this whole new structure around it because you're like, F yeah, big ass in live video game. Why not? This is awesome. Let's do it. And I can have drinks. Total new era of golfers, right? They're using it as it's my practice session. Okay, is it? Are you actually taking the analytics and doing something with it?
Right.
Or you popping beers and having a blast. Love it either way. Live shook up the world.
Yeah.
Drastically. Yep. Here's the reality of it. PGA was forced to pay more per purse. PGA just released their thank you loyalty program money bullshit. Fucking absolute bullshit.
I didn't even hear about this. Can you elaborate just a little bit?
Oh my God. So they created a loyalty fund that they paid players, almost 270 some odd PGA players, sums of money for their loyalty of staying with the PGA.
Really?
So screw the fact that Mickelson left for 200 million. We're going to pay Tiger 100 million just to stay. Tiger hasn't won shit since 2019. Love the guy. Huge fan. 100 mil? Fuck off. Are you shitting me? If I was Scotty Scheffler, I'd be so pissed.
Yeah.
I'd be so fucking pissed.
Yeah, you're right. Because that also, in fact, takes away from the element of the competitive aspect of golf. Like the guys that are actually out there fucking producing and winning tournaments should be the ones on top making all the money. And instead it's like, wow, we feel bad. So you know what? Because these guys left and made millions, here you go. Thanks for being a loyal partner of the PGA Tour. Yeah, I feel you there. And I'm right there with you, man, because I love Tiger too. I'm a huge Tiger fan. So it's a little kooky if you ask me.
Yes. All right, so this is such bullshit. PGA Tour loyalty payouts. The fund had over $1.5 billion invested into this fund, right? And they paid out Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas, will all be eligible for equity awards. Players like John Rahm, Dustin Johnson, Brooks Koepka, and Bryce Sherman will not. So anyone who's left, like so they basically just said, hey, for those of you that stayed, here's some dough. We appreciate you for hanging out. Stop bitching.
But they only pick like the favorites or like top. I mean, I don't understand. Like just top dogs. Well, Tiger wasn't the top dog, but I mean, how many guys that have had so much success in the past decade who are still playing in the PGA who are still a staple in the PGA? They just got the shaft or what?
Yeah, so it says, however, just as all players aren't equal on the course, all 193 players won't receive equal distributions. Players will be divided into 4 separate groups as golf.com, whatever, notes.
It's a tier system.
This is just absolutely fucking ridiculous. It's just insane of how and what they're breaking out. There's like 5 different articles here, without just speaking completely out of term. Not everyone's getting the same payouts. Not everyone is getting equal mind share. There's a ranking here of how, who, what, when, or where. I think it's the same thing when they announced the whole what was it, the PIP or something like that, the player influencer or whatever award. Whoever can create the most social media nonsense gets money at the end of the season. Tiger posted one swing of him coming back and broke the internet and won the money. And it was like, are you guys kidding me? So I'm not, again, Tiger does set the scale.
And you and I both know that in hindsight, when you watch Full Swing, for instance, right? Almost every single player that, ranges from their like late 20s to even like early 40s, every single one of them, what do they say? They say Tiger Woods inspired me.
100%.
So,
because here's the reality of it. If it wasn't for the history lessons you get watching golf sometimes, I couldn't tell you, outside of Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, Sam Snead,
Greg Norman,
the Knight. I'd be hard for me to get outside of 10 names prior Tiger. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, 'cause I didn't watch golf or anything like this. So it's like, and if it wasn't for the fact of history being told about him, I wouldn't be able to tell you who the hell these names are, or who they were.
Right.
You
Right.
know, like it's okay. It is what it is. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's unique to say the least.
Very. Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't know.
It's like you almost just feel indifferent, you know, like you
It's a
can't really
very
truly
weird-
sway either way, you know.
I think we're sitting in a very weird spot in golf right now. Even when I sit down to write my notes for each week's episode of coming in here and chatting and what we're talking about, there's times I feel like I'm pulling at straws because it's like ain't shit happening.
Right.
No one cares. Like looking at that, like this TGL, I'm kind of interested just because I'm wondering if these guys will still be as good as making the team now come January of 25. I think some of those people will fall off.
I think you're right, and I the more I think about it though too, Dave, is, and this might sound really stupid, but I think that the more I kind of process it, like you have some of these names, and again, yes, I'm gonna go back to one of my favorites, and that's Ricky, who hasn't had a whole lot of success in the last how many years. But
He won
you
last
almost
year. He won last year. So I mean,
no, I know he had Rocket Mortgage, and that was great. That was cool, and I know we had like debates on his reaction with that final putt and blah blah blah, but it might provide an opportunity for some of these golfers who have won certain tournaments and have struggled to remain on top. It might give them an opportunity to project themselves as golfers, as good golfers, great golfers on a different stage, that's more for the entertainment factor, maybe. I don't know. But it might be an additional way for them to continue to make money and do the thing that they're most passionate about, even if they can't remain on the very top of the leaderboard on tour. So
100%.
I don't know.
And that's what's funny is I went to Tiger's kind of like postings here and was looking at it. Nothing on here talks about his journey for winning another tournament. It's all, here's my new course that I'm working on. Here's TGL. Here's my new, clothing line. Here's, like it's just, thank you for winning. I won the 2024 Bob Jones Award winner. Like it's all about his products and everything. Nothing on here other than him withdrawing from tournaments does he talk about winning the win tournaments. So I think and I'm okay with it in all sincerity, like in the sense of going, it's his next chapter in life, right? If he shows
Agreed.
up and plays a few, he's an ambassador. Awesome. Tiger's showing up to play in this one. Hopefully he makes it all 4 rounds. If he could put, one bolt of lightning strike into a tournament and win it, hopefully it's at a major. If he just wins a tournament, I'll be impressed. That he's still A1 playing at that level. What I hope and sincerely would love to hear him in a good interview, not some of these pocket interviews he's been doing for his brand, is like him talk about the sincerity of having to get back to an elite level to play. Because I think he's playing at some of these tournaments because of his name, not because he actually would qualify and be able to be there. And that's a hard statement to say because, again, I love Tiger. He beat me any day of the week golfing. But, like, it's for him to always say, I only show up to tournaments that I know that I can win. Well, he ain't showing up to a lot of tournaments, so that's a lot being said behind the scenes. So
Sure.
it's interesting to see where we're going to go and when does he kind of like, okay, I'm just going to be a major ambassador.
Well, and if you think about it, 2 things you can consider. Number one, as I mentioned to you when I text messaged you a couple of weeks ago, there is a potential legacy to be carried on by Charlie, depending on how much he wants to put into it. Number one, he could do really well. He couldn't do really well, but I mean, his dad could be the best freaking coach in the world. Number two, I want you and everybody else to think about the stamp that Tiger could leave. So when you think of Michael Jordan, for instance, and the Jordan brand, right? I mean, to this day, if you got a pair of Jordans, you're balling out of control, even on the golf course now with the Jordan golf shoes.
Yeah,
And
let's
so
not pull that thread because I love him. He's my boy, but he doesn't belong in the golf course.
I get it. I slightly disagree. I think nothing was more iconic than watching Jordan play golf with a big cigar hanging out of his mouth. But
no. Jordan can be in the course. His shoes do not belong in the golf course.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. I know a handful of guys that rock the Jordan golf shoes, and I'm just like, whoa, okay. I would never personally wear them, but but what I'm saying is,
shoes. Are you golfing or are you playing basketball?
Yeah.
I don't care, man. I'll
You're gonna break out to a 3-on-3 game of ball in the middle of the 18th. What's going on?
Hey, shout out, Hey Dude, man. Make some golf shoes for Hey Dudes, and I'm in. Waiting for that sponsorship.
Colin's still waiting for the patent.
Trademark. They got him.
Trademark Ricky Bobby.
Colin's still waiting for the freaking patent for some spiked flip flops.
Yes,
that also have a beer opener on the bottom of them.
Yeah.
Also,
are you guys high? Are you guys being serious right now?
No.
Condom dispenser too on the toe.
No, but hey, to finish my thought.
No, I'm being serious. What you just said, you do realize all of those exist, right?
No, there's like the sandals, some of them, but I want sandals. I want Hey Dudes
has golf shoes.
Oh, for real?
Yes. And
game over. Colin's gonna go online tonight and order them.
Game over.
Boom. Reeve actually has.
They have bottle openers on the bottom, but they don't have golf shoes. Golf shoe sandals.
Yes, matter of fact.
Those are actually pretty freaking sick. Don't tell me you have a pair of them.
Those are fucking slides with grass, AstroTurf on them. There's not any.
Are there spikes though? Are those spikes?
Exactly.
And the ball marker.
Bottle opener.
And the bottle opener.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's for leisure. I'm talking about for active play here.
Yeah, we're talking sport, not comfort.
But there is that company though that makes like spikes that you can turn any shoe to freaking cowboy boots into golf shoes.
Yeah.
Like
again, what you're saying is there. They got
it. But I'm going to go back to my point really quick. So with Tiger, his name and his brand, right? That could eventually be like the next Air Jordan of like the golf following. And that could be his.
I agree until Sunday Red.
Until what?
I agree with you 1,000% until Sunday Red. I don't think Sunday Red's going to outshadow 27 years of Nike.
Okay.
I don't. Jordans are Jordans, you know what I mean? Like Jordan, his jump man he shows up on football jerseys. He's got gloves, even like this. But it's still jump man. You know what I'm saying though? It's still jump man. No. When you think about Tiger Woods, right? The original Tiger Woods logo.
Thank you. I agree with you, and I understand what you're saying, but when someone hears
when you go down in history, which is going to be more iconic, this one or this new Sunday Red?
T-Dub.
Yeah, the T-Dub for sure.
So I don't blame him. He should have done it years ago. Sunday Red, whatever he wanted to do, he should have took it where it's separated the swoosh like Jumpman did. And then I go, but if you even look at it, Jordan has more success on his retro with the swoosh than he does with his Jumpman and Jumpman only line of shoes. Like, there's just something to say. Like I said, his legacy was built on the TW. We're watching his post-career actions at this point. So, cool. Like it. We'll see. But one day in due time.
Yep. Hey, shout out to my daughter. We're having her birthday party over here at the house. That's why if it's a little noisy, I got about 6 10-year-olds running around, 10-year-old girls. They're about to do some makeup and possibly do Nick's and put a mask on him.
Which is really why I came over here, by the way. I wanted a pure facial from 10
He needs to exfoliate. He needs to exfoliate. Those pores are getting deep.
You want to get pure facials, but I mean,
ever since I shaved the beard and went full mustache, the pores are just they're not in good shape.
That's a womb broom, sir.
Yeah.
I was wondering when we were going to address Tom Selleck in the room, but I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna call him Punch.
Dude, did I don't know if I ever told you, but Big Dick Rick won a Tom Selleck lookalike contest back in 1988. No shit.
You could probably win one right now.
I appreciate that. And Tom, shout out to you. Still a big fan. Magnum PI will never die. The original Magnum PI, not the new one. But yes, thank you. I'll take that all day long.
As a matter of fact, I wish I had one of them with sunglasses on, but
you see the Tom Brady roast?
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
So good.
Nikki Glazer just shredded his ass.
Oh my god. Good shout out to that. That was a great call to that.
Yep. Here, get up in the frame. Let's take these off.
The only thing that Tom rocked that I can't, his hair, man. His hair is just freaking
fluffy.
So fluffy. 80s all the way.
You could do it. You just got to grow it out.
I don't have the patience for it, really.
I was thinking about bringing a mullet back.
Dude, does that not look like freaking Dad right there?
Oh, yeah.
Like, with the gray, oh my gosh. When Dad grows his mustache, like that's Rick right there.
Yeah. I think
Tom Selleck weather.
I'll keep the mustache long enough, and I'll pull up a picture of. We have a picture of Dad in the '80s with his mustache, and I swear,
do it side by side. Do a triple side by side.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. I'll send it to you digitally so that when we're on here, you can put it up and
you can frame it up like it's 3 generations of men standing next to each other.
All right, gentlemen. With that being said, we're over the half hour, target, which I always appreciate. I love when good conversations roll deep. With that being said, happy birthday to the young one running around the house. Make sure you guys take tons of photos, capture all the moments of it because it goes by so fast.
Yeah.
And that being said, let's get on a slipper call here soon so we can actually start penciling some dates in for Reno. The repeat, the second showing, for the belt. And let's get some things in the calendar so it's locked in. We can get flights, all that stuff booked, and coordinate everyone's calendars to make that happen. Reno, I'm coming back. Second chapter, all new courses, all new shenanigans, and for all new stakes. With that being said, join the Duffers here every week, Fridays, on the 19th hole, 4:30 PST, where we talk golf. We talk all shenanigans about golf, and we even talk about, as you heard, most of this podcast today, Tiger Woods always makes an appearance at some point in time in any one of these particular podcasts. We always jump in, have a drink to cheers each other's off, always to the gentleman. Oh. That being said, we also focus on reviewing golf courses. So please, in mind, go out there. Let us know in the chat. P. Brown, thank you for shouting out about the chats today. Let us know where you want us to come and play next. We will swoop in. We'll invite you out as a guest stuffer if you leave the information in any one of our social media platforms, letting us know where we should play next. Get out there, review courses, play some shenanigans, and have a blast. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is Friday's Duffers Review 19th hole, and we're out. You think I'd be better prepared to go on?